Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Walt here from Down the Block Sports, and today I want to talk about the NFL Draft. We have just received official word of the official 40 time of a 341-pound defensive tackle that is absolutely mind-boggling. What I'm going to talk about is who that player is, how fast he ran in the 40, and what this means for his draft stock in the 2022 NFL Draft. Before I continue, I want to welcome in my guest for the show, Kyle Russo from Review and Preview Sports. Kyle, welcome back, and I cannot believe how fast Jordan Davis ran in the 40-yard dash.
Alec, first off, man, thank you again for having me on. Always a pleasure producing content with you, talking NFL, talking everything in regards to sports with you. But my goodness, the official, about 20 minutes ago, it came out that he ran a 4.82, now a 4.78. 340 pounds, 6'6", defensive tackle Jordan Davis. Oh, dude, I told you, that was my guy.
Yeah.
That was my guy. Athletic monster. I'm thinking to myself right now, when have we ever seen a guy of that size, 6'6", 340 pounds, defensive tackle, run a 40 that fast?
Yeah.
Has that even ever happened before?
I don't know. I mean, that I have never seen a person that big move that quickly. I mean, his splits per 10 yards, which is huge for defensive tackle purposes because you want to like be that a force on the interior, is a 1.67. How do you stop someone that big coming off the line of scrimmage?
You don't. And that's why we saw this Georgia defense this year so dominant. Again, they had a lot of great players, like a Deontay Wyatt teammate on that defensive line, a Trayvon Walker and a Kobe Dean, but Jordan Davis solidified top.
Well, he was before that. I mean, before the 40, okay?
Yeah.
In my mock, I didn't post it publicly.
Yeah.
But I had Jordan Davis 14 to the Ravens because they're losing Williams and Campbell potentially in free agency. Yeah. I at 14 am not ranking him at 14 anymore.
Yeah, I think
that's a floor in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It really is. He's now put himself in a position where we got to start talking top 10 potentially. I mean, you look at some teams, I see 3-4 teams right now, maybe even 5 teams right now that I'm looking at prior to that Ravens pick. You're looking at the Giants with the 7th overall pick. I see some mock drafts taking Trayvon Walker out of Georgia. They might be looking at Jordan Davis because I know closely watching this Giants team specifically this year, they were never able to replace the body of Dalvin Tomlinson in the middle once they lost him to the Vikings last offseason. They had some interchangeable pieces with the Danny Shelton and an Austin Johnson, but that really never seemed to solidify the impact, not only in the run game, but something that I noticed last year is that Leonard Williams in the sack game flourished off of what Dalvin Tomlinson was able to do in the interior. As an interior defensive lineman in his last season with the Giants, had 5.5 sacks, leading Leonard Williams on the other side to have 11.5 sacks, which was a career high for him, giving him that $21 million per year contract. You bring in Jordan Davis, a 6'6", 340-pound body, and a monster. I can't even wait to see what he does in the bench press, Alec, just to see how strong this dude is. But that would be a solid spot. The Atlanta Falcons, maybe, with the exception of Grady Jarrett on that defensive line. They don't really have any help. He would be huge. Denver, another piece, a team that we know loves defense. That would be awesome. The Jets, Quinnen Williams and Jordan Davis in the middle. What a line that would be. Oh, he's cracking top 10, man. He's cracking top 10. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, he is a rookie. 6'6", 341. It seems like on day one, he's almost going to be a near automatic double team.
Gotta.
If you're game planning against him.
You have to. He's every defensive coordinator's dream to have that big of a body in the interior. If you're running a 3-4 scheme or a 4-3 scheme, and you have 2 solid pass rushers on the opposite side, like let's talk about a team specifically, right? Like the New York Giants, let's just say, right? You have a guy in Azeez Ojulari who had a phenomenal rookie season coming off the edge, and then you know what Leonard Williams is capable of when he has some interior help. Can you imagine what they would do adding Jordan Davis in the middle of that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the Jets would do, one of the lesser teams in terms of sacking the quarterback, where Quentin Williams for the last couple years have just been by himself on an island, haven't had a defensive line since the days of a Sheldon Richardson and a Muhammad Wilkerson and all these other guys, and you add Jordan Davis along with Quentin Williams and CJ Mosley off the edge. Oh my goodness. And then
Yeah.
Denver with everything that they have, not only in the secondary, but the linebacking core and that front four. Dude, nuts. Nuts. An absolute unit in the middle that is almost impossible to stop. I don't even know if there's a center or interior guards good enough in this league to stop that unless you're double teaming him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has the ability to play defensive tackle as a nose tackle in a 3-4, a 1 technique in a 4-3. And even on a defense that had potentially 6 guys going in the first 2 rounds in the front 7, Kyle, it was still not even a question who they were double teaming on the defense.
Yeah, it wasn't. And it's not going to be. When it translates to the NFL, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. There's not a think about this for a second. Is there even a person, a player in the NFL that is of his magnitude and stature with his type of skill set right now? Is there anybody? I don't even know. The nose tackle position necessarily isn't even a taller, bigger position. It's a bigger body position, but not a tall position with athleticism like a Jordan Davis. It's more so a stuff the run and help your opposing defensive ends get to the quarterback to stop the interior pressure. But Jordan Davis himself can get to the quarterback numerous amounts of times. We saw that at Georgia in his last season as well. So not only can this guy stop the run, can get to the quarterback, but now you got to worry about the interior maybe more so than ever if you have this guy on your defensive front.
Yeah. It's going to be – he is one guy who blew a lot of people away today at the 2022 NFL Scouting Combine for teams that need a defensive tackle potentially earlier in the draft. Jordan Davis is now on their radar again, 6'6", 341 with a 4.78 official 40-yard dash time. Crazy. At the Combine. This man is a name you're going to hear very early at the 2022 NFL Draft. Kyle, before I let you go, as always, where can our listeners here keep in touch with you on social media and listen to some of your podcasts?
So on social media, at Kyle Russo 612 on Instagram. That's my primary platform, really the only social media outlet in which I use. And then, Alec, as you alluded to, Review and Preview Sports, a show on Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 p.m., talking all things across the board sports world. We're also a brand and network, so we have multiple different shows, a YouTube channel as well, at Review and Preview Sports, so make sure to like and subscribe. Multiple different shows on the platform, producing content day in and day out of all sports. So make sure to like and subscribe to those platforms. Bunch of great content, bunch of great crew along with myself. So Alec, once again, man, thank you for having me on. A pleasure as always, talking some sports with you, my friend.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Alec Walt Show. I'm Alec Walt alongside Kyle Russo. What do you think of Jordan Davis? Where do you think he'll get selected in the 2022 NFL Draft? Feel free to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you very soon.